disgusting things to each other, so, you know, just don't do it. Another disgusting film, Oversexed Rug Suckers from Mars. This was shot on Super 8 film, and its only claim to fame is the director's second film happened to be my second film as director of photography for him, Getting Lucky, a high school comedy. And then, of course, one of the worst movies, Tony Curtis must have really needed some money because we have The Lobster Man from Mars.
On a world gone mad.
According to my divinations and calculations, Mars is about to run out of air. This is serious. But out there, what will we breathe?
A desperate plan.
Call for the Lobster Man.
Lobster Man from Mars. What began as a harmless vacation became two young lovers' outer space nightmare.
Then just what do you think, Professor?
I am convinced that the only kind of life that could survive on Mars would be a giant crab.
Now you are mine.
Mary, are you all right?
Go back!
S.D. Namath as the dreaded Lobster Man. Deborah Foreman.
Okay, you win. Come and get me, Lobster.
Patrick McNee.
I've suspected for some time that Mars has been suffering from a severe air leakage.
Anthony Hickox.
You don't want to eat Mary. She's got skinny legs, thin, bony arms, flat chest.
Fred Holliday.
13th Army Headquarters, Military Intelligence, Domestic Division, Unexplained Phenomena Department, Colonel Ankrum speaking.
M.G. Kelly.
Hungry patrons report finding the place completely deserted, with the exception of two human skeletons. Is this the work of Martians or natural causes?
Tommy Sledge.
That's a story just about as old as this crazy globe. A crazy globe wobbling around on its axis like a drunk with one foot nailed to the floor.
Billy Barty.
Now let's join hands so that our physical contact may prove a conductor of our spiritual energy.
And Tony Curtis as Sheldrake.
It's the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life. What action, what passion. Wow, it's great.
A film by Stanley Sheff, Lobster Man from Mars. One lobster tale you won't want to miss.
Now, along the lines of Mars Needs Women and Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, this is one that's so bad that it's actually enjoyable. Okay, 1990s, we're still hugging the shores of Earth with the space shuttle. We're starting to build the International Space Station. And the first movie out of the gate is Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger. One of my favorite films, especially kid-friendly, is Spaced Invaders. Watch this on Halloween. It's got a Halloween theme. Martians Go Home is very forgettable. The Girl from Mars is a made-for-TV movie, an after-school special from Canada and New Zealand. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, which is a sequel to Bill and Ted's Great Adventure, is has a minor Martian theme. There's a character named Stanchion in there. And then another, how should we put this, an exploitation film called Bad Girls from Mars. But here's Total Recall.
Arrest that woman!
Quaid.
Cut.
Get ready for a surprise!
We can't let him run around. He knows too much. They've got your bug. I get a lock. There! The bug's in your skull.
Take this thing out of the case and stick it up your nose. Don't worry, it's self-guiding.
Got him.
I lost him.
Welcome to Mars.
You got a lot of nerve showing your face around here.
Look who's talking.
You erased your identity and implanted a new one.
If I'm not me, who the hell am I?
He's got a hologram!
Welcome to Johnny Cab.
Drive!
Where can I take you tonight? Please fasten your seatbelt.
I want Quaid delivered alive for reimplantation.
That's for making me come to Mars. You wouldn't hurt me. After all, we're married.
Consider that a divorce.
We hope you enjoyed the ride.
This is one of a handful of films that we tend to show about every 2 or 3 years, just because everybody asks for it. The other one is Robinson Crusoe on Mars, and of course Mars Attacks. Here's my guilty pleasure.
For years, scientists have speculated that there was intelligent life in outer space. Now comes definitive proof that there is no such thing.
Come on, open this baby up. Let's see what you'll do.
Hit it, Blasny!
Now, 5 misguided Martians have landed in Big Bean, Illinois.
Come on, let's kick some earthling butt.
Looks like you hit something.
On Halloween night.
Prepare to die, Earth scum!
Maybe later. Have fun, boys.
They think they're wearing Halloween costumes.
What a bunch of morons.
Perhaps a taste of this death rat.
Perhaps I'll just have to remove those little heads of yours.
And now they're up to their antennas in...
What did I step in?
You know how bad that's gonna smell?
in trouble.
There are 5 of us and 4 billion of them.
I know you boys. They're my cousins from California.
Dude,
I caught you going 3,000 miles per hour.
There goes my insurance.
They're not really bad. They're just stupid.
Join Captain Victo.
I said prepare to die, Earth scum!
Prepare to die, Earth scum. Prepare to die, Earth scum. I'm gonna make sure they carve that on your tombstone.
Lieutenant Blasny.
I thought this was a bad idea.
Android, the robot slave.
Now, Pinhead. Mom's gonna hear about this.
And all their spaced-out friends. As they take off on an adventure that's not quite out of this world.
Who taught you to drive, you moron?
Spaced Invaders.
We did win, didn't we?
Okay, here's one way of watching Santa Claus Conquers the Martian, and that's watch the Mystery Science Theater 3000 takeoff on it. That's really the only palatable way I've seen. Last month's Mars Movie Night was Ultra Cop 2000, a Hong Kong, Philippines martial arts movie. How to put this delicately? It is almost a student film, but that's insulting students. So avoid that one. The Eyes of Mars is an anime from Japan and France, very message-oriented film. There was a TV series called Biker Mice from Mars that ran on US televisions for a while. Avoid that if you can. And an anime that's pretty good is Armitage 3. There was a series of these, Armitage 3, Armitage 2, Polymatrix, and I forget the name of the other one, but it's Armitage something. But here's a look at what the anime from Armitage looks like.
on an alien world. Captain Ross Syllabus was looking for a new life.
Freeze! Get your hands up! Did you have a nice trip?
What he didn't expect was a new partner.
The name's Armitage.
Armitage the Third. In a city where humanoid robots are hunted down and killed.
Robots are disguising themselves as humans. It's my duty to do something about this.
If you have misguided compassion for robots, you won't make it here.
Brought together by a shared secret.
If humans don't want me, then why did they create me?
Just take some time getting used to these new body parts.
They will join forces against those that would destroy their kind.
All thirds should be annihilated.
Elizabeth Berkley as Armitage. Kiefer Sutherland as Ross Syllabus. Armitage the Third.
If you're into anime, these are really good films, very graphic, but they all take place on and about Mars. In the 1990s, we had a renaissance of films, a lot of other things going on. Project Shadow Chaser 3000, which was the third film in a series about a killer android. Alien Escape, better known as Galaxy Girls or Mars Assault, is another one of those low-budget exploitation films, you know, women run around with a lot of no tops. On the panel here before me, they were talking about space vampires. Technically, Vampirella is a Mars movie, but it only took a few minutes place on Mars, but it's in there anyway. USA has Special Report Journey to Mars, which I've not been able to get hold of. Space Jam with Bugs Bunny and Magic Johnson. Or is that Magic Johnson, or is that, no, Michael Jordan. Marginally a Mars film, you know, Marvin the Martian makes an appearance, or a couple other characters, one's from Mars, and the Japanese film Mothra. So we're going to take a look at, oh, we're not going to take a look here, we're going to go on. Mars Attacks, 1996, this is the Tim Burton film that everybody gets a kick out of, everybody wants to see when they mention Mars films. Oh, have you seen Mars Attacks? Yeah. Lifeform was actually an interesting film. It low budget. It tells the story of what if the Viking probe came back to Earth with a passenger. I've seen that on cable TV recently as a midday movie. Another Japanese anime, Martian Successor Nadesico, is a whole series. A good part of the first chunk of it takes place on Mars. Disney had a film called Rocket Man, which is another guilty pleasure of mine. It's wonderfully stupid. If you like fart jokes, there's more than enough to go around there. Mission to Mars was an educational film with Charlie Sheen. And then there was a TV series that I've not been able to get my hands on called Agent Z and the Penguins from Mars, based on a best-selling book there. So here we have Mars Attacks.
Professor, what do we know about them?
We know they're extremely advanced technologically, which suggests, very rightfully so, that they're peaceful. I suspect they have more to fear from us than we from them.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the Martian ambassador is going to say a few words.
Come on down, Mr. Ambassador.
That's a Martian? That's gross. My God.
Yikes.
Hey, we all make mistakes, Mr. President.
This could be a cultural misunderstanding.
Mr. President, they have our planet surrounded with thousands of warships.
What do you think, Marcia?
Kick the crud out of them.